There's a story in Mark where Jesus feeds 5,000 people with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. But how did he do this? Let's find out. Morning, everybody. Happy Sabbath. So, me and Brody here, we talked over past couple of days about me coming up here and sharing like a little bit of knowledge or wisdom that I've gained. I go more into like a theological, like kind of view of the Bible. I do a lot of deep dive studies. And I come across something that was kind of mind blowing to me that I never thought about. And I wanted to share with y'all. We're all familiar with Jesus feeding the 5,000. But have you stopped and thought about how did the bread and the fish multiply? So we look at Mark 6:39. It says, "Then he commanded them to make them all sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in ranks, in hundreds and in fifties. And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, blessed and broke the loaves, and gave them to his disciples to set before them. And the 2 fish he divided among them all. So they all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of fragments and of the fish. Now those who had eaten the loaves were about 5,000 men." So if we go back and look in Genesis, that I'm very familiar with, let's see. It's actually going to be Genesis 20. It says, "Then God said, let the waters around with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth, the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abound, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the sea, and let birds multiply on the earth." So in that instance, whenever we say grace to food, the food is the blessing. We're giving thanks for that food. What Jesus did there is he called up to heaven to his Father, the Lord in heaven, to bless the food. That's how it began to multiply to feed the 5,000. That's all I got. Thank y'all.